All right, good morning. Good morning. 36th District Court is now in session. I am Judge Shannon A. Holmes, and I'm serving as your presiding judge on this morning. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for making the adjustments on this morning. I appreciate you all. Let's get started. We have an intake that is scheduled for this morning. Are we ready to proceed?
Yes, Judge.
Wonderful. Let me have the parties place appearances on the record, starting with the attorneys.
Thank you. Good morning, Judge. For the record, Jesse Reed, Drug Court, Vet Court Defense Attorney, P 23863. Judge, I'd make my motion, continuing motion that my appearance be for all of my clients this morning. Thank you, Judge, and good morning.
Thank you, and good morning to you.
And good morning, Your Honor. Robert Fikens, P 31894, Specialty Court Defense Attorney, and I would make a similar motion.
All right, thank you, Mr. Fikens. Both of you, your motions are granted. Mr. Kusheri, I see you on the screen. Let me have you place your appearance, please.
Judge Daniel Kusheri, Veterans Justice Outreach Coordinator with the Detroit VA Hospital.
All right, thank you, Mr. Kusheri. And then Ms. Robs.
Good morning, Your Honor. Anthony Ross, Veteran Treatment Court Case Manager.
All right, thank you, Ms. Robs. Good morning to all of you. Let's get started. Ms. Robs, if you could place, good morning, Ms. Mack, welcome back. Good morning, Ms. Wilson. Yes, so glad to have you back. Good morning, Ms. Wilson. Appreciate having you today. And Officer Locke, good morning to you. And then, yes, sir. Thank you all for all of the adjustments made on this morning. With that, I'm going to have Ms. Robs, if you could read Mr. Boomer's case number into the record for me, please.
Yes, Your Honor. It's 2205661001.
Thank you. Mr. Boomer, please state your full name for the record.
Stephen Paul Boomer.
All right. Good morning to you again, Mr. Boomer. Good to see you.
Good morning, Your Honor. Good to see you.
All right. I've seen you a few times. Today is the day. Are you ready?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
All right. You have had an opportunity to speak with the attorneys on this morning. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Very good. You've also had multiple occasions where you've spoken with Ms. Robs and or Mr. Kusheri. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. And you are satisfied that they have answered all of your questions about how this program works?
Yes, Your Honor.
Very good. And so, Mr. Boomer, you acknowledge that you do have an issue with substance. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you acknowledge also that you want to get some help.
Yes, Your Honor.
And Mr. Boomer, if I allow you to come into this program, you are committed to working the program and doing everything that you can do in order to avail yourself of the help that's available. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, very good. The attorneys explained to you that the order or the document they went over with you, I will sign that and it will become my court order, which is subject to change based on your needs and observations and reports that this court may receive. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
You also understand that just because you're going to be coming into our Veterans Treatment Court, that does not mean you give up your right to due process. We will notify you of changes and give you the opportunity to be heard. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, very good. And you understand that you're going to meet with me more often than you probably ever imagined, right?
That's part of it. That's fine.
That's part of it. And when you do come to court, that you will have attorneys, defense attorneys available to you to help you with your legal issues and to represent you and your rights throughout these proceedings. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor. Me and Mr. Reed was talking about part of my the tickets that came with this and all that. So yeah, I understand the scope of what I'm committing to. Thank you.
All right. Wonderful. Mr. Boomer, based on the information that you've received over the past couple of weeks, as well as on today, do you have any questions for the team?
All my questions been answered, Your Honor. Thank you.
They have been answered. Wonderful. I am going to hear from Ms. Robbs at this time as to Mr. Boomer. Ms. Robbs, you may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Boomer is a referral from Judge Bryant. He has a charge, Your Honor, of controlled substance use. He is a widow, a 57-year-old Caucasian male, no children. He is an Air Force National Guard veteran. His highest level of education is associate's degree in engineering. He does report, Your Honor, being 50% disabled and unemployed. He reports a significant history of substance use. He does indicate his earliest use at the age of 11 years old, but his last use as of March 2022. He does report a history of successful treatment and successful completion. He does report the desire to return to treatment. He reports a mental health history, as well as he reports a support system, his brother, as well as a sister-in-law. He does have a valid driver's license. He is currently, Your Honor, linked to testing with Adams in Jackson's, Michigan, which is a sister clinic to Jan's, testing a minimum of 3 times per week, in which he is currently compliant.
Good.
He did test here today as well, Your Honor. We're just awaiting his results.
Okay.
He is currently enrolled in outpatient at the VA, in which he has been compliant. He will be enrolled in a treatment in Battle Creek, Michigan, approximately 7/25. However, Your Honor, he does have a follow-up for possibly an earlier commitment. From there, Your Honor, he will be transferred to Detroit down. He has completed the PSI, the substance abuse evaluation, as well as the needs plus assessment. He does report, Your Honor, that he's eager to participate, and I would like to present him on today as a candidate for Veterans Treatment Court.
Wonderful. Excellent job, Ms. Robbs. Thank you. Who went in the breakout room with Mr. Boomer?
I did, Judge, and thank you for that opportunity. We did go over the court's order. We talked about no drugs, no alcohol, not leaving the state without permission of the court. Judge, he was cooperative and polite, and that goes a long way with me. We also talked about the court's ability to change the order, to amend the order when necessary. He understands that, and he understands he will be informed of any changes. Judge, this is a dismissible case. If he is successful in completing, or when he is successful in completing Veterans Court, we will be making a motion to dismiss this case. He is eligible to participate in Veterans Court under Michigan law. I'm recommending his participation. Judge, we also talked about the fact that he has 2 misdemeanors, an NOP and a no insurance, that are on Judge Ford's docket for an August the 4th date. And we're asking that those cases be transferred to vet court. We have talked to the city attorney regarding a plea on those matters. We can do those on a later date at the court's convenience, but we would like to have those 2 tickets removed from Judge Ford's docket, the NOP and the no insurance, and placed in the Veterans docket for Mr. Boomer.
All
Thank
right,
you, Judge.
wonderful. So, Mr. Reed, thank you so much. I am going to, Ms. Mack, move those 2 matters to my docket for arraignment purposes for Mr. Boomer's next hearing. Is he scheduled for arraignment with Judge Ford in August?
It was a
I
show
believe
cause.
this is the
It was a
show
cause.
cause, Your Honor.
It was a show cause. All right. So then you want to place him on my docket for a show cause. I will reach out to Judge Ford and make sure she knows that he's been referred to Veterans Treatment Court. And so instead of having him flip-flop between judges, I'll just take on all of his matters and have the people make an offer with respect to those matters if they choose to do so.
Thank you, Judge.
Judge,
Yes.
those 2 matters, they are scheduled for show cause, but they are originally, he's never been arraigned on them, just so you know
All right.
that.
Let's put him on for arraignment then. Let's put him on for arraignment.
Okay,
for his
Okay.
next court date. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
No problem.
All right, very good. And so, Mr. Reed, your client is eligible to participate pursuant to Michigan law. Is that correct?
That's correct, Your Honor. He is eligible to participate, and he is eager to participate in our Veterans Treatment Court. Thank you.
All right, wonderful. Was there anything that Mr. Kusheri wanted to or needed to report out as to Mr. Boomer's intake? Mr. Kusheri, thank you so much for all the work you and Ms. Robbs that you all have done with respect to getting Mr. Boomer situated in a safe environment that's conducive for sobriety.
Absolutely, you're welcome, Your Honor. He's very motivated to engage in residential treatment. We're looking forward to aligning him with that. In the meantime, he is entirely compliant with his MAT outpatient substance use disorder programming. He receives all of his clinical care from Ann Arbor VA Hospital,
Okay.
and he will be transferring his care to Detroit after he finishes the 28-day program in that.
All right, wonderful. Thank you, Mr. Kusheri. And Mr. Kusheri or Ms. Robbs, is there anything additional that you all need me to add to my order with respect to Mr. Boomer? Because I know this case was a little bit different than how we usually do it.
No, Your Honor, that's it.
Okay,
No, not at this time.
all right, thank you. Thank you to both of you. All right, Mr. Boomer, it sounds like you are a great candidate for the program. I'm excited to work with you. It's been a pleasure to meet you over the past few weeks. I've seen you a couple of times. You've been very pleasant, very cooperative, and we appreciate that. I'm hoping that, and Ms. Robbs, I know we talked about, we can't do anything about the intake day for inpatient treatment, which is July 25th. It doesn't feel like it's right around the corner, but it is. But listen, Mr. Boomer, I am counting on you to show up for your testing 3 times a week. I'm counting on you. If you're having some struggles, there are still some services that are available to you until you can get your bed at the inpatient facility. Ms. Robbs is also, and Mr. Kusheri, they are also working, hopefully to get that date pushed up where he can get into residential sooner than the 25th, because we are excited about you getting on a path of recovery. How does that sound to you, Mr. Boomer?
Sounds great, Your Honor. Sounds great.
All right, very good. Well, that's what we're working on. That's what we hope to achieve. And so, but in the meantime, if you need something, if you're having urges or what have you, you've got to reach out. Okay.
Yes, Your Honor. Yes,
Can
Your
I
Honor.
count on you to do that?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, wonderful. Are there any questions for this court's consideration?
Not for me, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Robbs, any of the team members?
No, Judge.
No, Judge. Thank you.
All right, very good. Ms. Robbs, I didn't hear you. I'm sorry. Did you say no, or are you leaning in to say something?
No, Your Honor, I'm not.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. Then with that, I am accepting Mr. Boomer into our specialty court program. Ms. Robbs, what's going to be next for Mr. Boomer?
Your Honor, if allowed, would Mr. Boomer be able to zoom in for July 12th, 2022 at 8:35 a.m.?
Yes, ma'am. He can zoom in on that date. Not only will this case appear, but also the 2 cases that wherein he's going to be arraigned. They will appear on my docket on August 12th at 8:35 a.m. I have one last question. Mr. Reed, Mr. Ficus, this was a referral, just refresh my memory, from Judge Bryant. Did he already accept the plea with Judge Bryant?
Judge, I believe so. I have not seen the ROA on this case. I've only seen the court's order. We can have the ROA sent to us just to make sure the plea has been taken.
Well, Miss Matt, you can look at the ROA if you could for a second and tell me if he's already pled before Judge Bryant.
Yes, Judge, he has.
All right, wonderful. I just want to make sure we're on track. All right, Mr. Boomer, if you don't have any more questions, I'm looking forward to working with you, okay?
Yes, Your Honor. Yes,
All
Your Honor.
right.
Thank you.
And you're very welcome. Before you leave the screen, I need everyone to join me. Thank you, Mr. Kusheri, and thanking Mr. Boomer for his service in the armed forces. Thank you, Mr. Boomer. We appreciate you. We appreciate you. And we truly appreciate you allowing us to serve you in this capacity. Okay?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
Very good. I'll see you on the 12th.
I hope you get feeling better. You okay?
I am. I'm all right. I'm always all right. I'm gonna always bounce back, Mr. Boomer. I'm a soldier too, okay? You know, we bounce back, right?
Your Honor. Yep. Have a good day.
All right, you too. All right. All right, Ms. Robs, Mr. Kusheri, anything else? Nothing else? Ms. Robs, did you get all of your dates for the veterans that were on earlier?
Yes, Your Honor.
Wonderful. Ms. Mack, did Ms. Brimage get her dates as well?
Yes, ma'am.
Wonderful. Then I am ready to do my adjourn to pays. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, let's do it. I'm looking at the docket that Miss Wilson sent me from the 30th. So I hope that this is correct. If I missed something, please let me know. I'm at 10:30. I have for Javante Alexander, SP 106-22992. For Mr. Alexander,
He did not pay, and it was $195 civil infraction for no insurance.
okay, what you're saying? No, for no proof of insurance. So this is a civil infraction, so it'll just be a default judgment.
Yes.
Correct.
All right. Wonderful, thank you. Let's keep going. I have for Terry Allen. Oh, I'm sorry, and this, well, it wouldn't have been amended. For Terry Allen, I have SP 121-778-51, and also SP 121-779-91. Did Mr. Allen pay those two matters?
He paid the first one. He literally just paid it like 5 minutes ago, but the second one is not paid, and it was a balance of $90.
What is that $90 made up of, Miss Matt?
Hold on.
If you could tell, welcome back.
Oh, thank you. Okay, it is. It's actually gonna be $25. I don't know, that was just a fine of $25. It's an extra $65 that shouldn't have been on there. So it's a $25, just a fine of $25. I think that's what you charged them.
How much did he pay on the other one, Miss Matt?
Total of $250.
All right, so this is what I'm gonna do, Mr. Reed, Mr. Fikens, for SP 121-77991. I am going to waive that $25. He paid $250. That shows me he made a good faith effort. I'm not gonna penalize him for $25. And then I am going to dismiss the following matters for Mr. Terry Allen, SP 121-7785, counts 2 and 3, and case number 183161881. I will dismiss those without prejudice.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you, Judge.
All right. Did I miss anybody, Miss Mack?
No, that's everybody.
All right, wonderful. Then this is great. You all have been phenomenal. I appreciate you all making the adjustment. I didn't get notice until this morning when I happened to look at my chart through Beaumont Hospital. Nobody notified me, and so last minute. But listen, when you are 50 plus, you got to take good care of yourself.
No, here's only one.
When you're 50 plus, you got to take